Hello and welcome. This is episode 4 of the Legendary Adventures of Hiraeth, and as you can see, we're in the midst of uh, dealing with some of these black wolves that we were tasked with by John Brackenbridge earlier on, the exiled hunter. And we are here just going to go deal with these last two, and then go and pick up the spies' orders as well. And the reason that you catch me in the middle of the fight is not just for dramatic purposes, but we have spent, as I tried to click on the thing, far too much time already on the the intro here. Let's mark this target here and see what. And even the yellows seem to be doing all right again. Oh, we seem to be doing okay with them. Okay, and that is the final guy. So we shall see you back at the Hunter's Lodge very, very soon. And here we are, back talking to John, and we have these two quests to turn in. And if I remember rightly, these do not actually give you that much of a better these there. So we shall just do that. But this time we will take one of those because obviously we don't want to double down on a helmet. So we have now claimed, having reached level 5, we now have claimed our first title that we can actually legitimately claim. We have some obviously things from, as you can see right here, but from all the different expansions and whatever. But we will take this first of the leveling titles. Now, Mr. Marshley, or Mr. Marshfly, has a quest for us, which I believe is one of those restored for this server. And indeed it is. And it's level 7, which is interesting, because I don't think it takes some work to get to level 7 during this instance. So, skimming the surface. Greetings, Ffion. I've lived in Archet all my life, and have hunted game throughout the forests since I was strong enough to wield a bow. But never before have I seen the marsh flies grown to such a menace as they have now. There is clearly something wrong here, and it isn't simply wild growth. If you could kill some of the pests, I would reward you for your efforts. And, Ffion, if you could find further information for me, I would be indebted to you. And that is my approximation of oh, and I forgot to switch stances. Very smart. That's my approximation of a sort of Warwickshire, West Midlands British accent for you, which Tolkien grew up and went to school in that sort of area. And I think some of the Breland characteristics were taken from that. And if you notice that we had gained some XP whilst off screen, and that was mainly because we went and dealt with Bloodtusk off camera. The main reason being that unfortunately there was no quest associated with him, which is kind of sad, but anyway, we've dealt with him. Now I cannot remember. I know there is an achievement for killing named boars, but I don't know if he's part of that. Perhaps somebody could let me know in the comments if that's the case. Anyway, there's nothing wrong with killing a named, even if there's no benefit to it in quest terms. And I am remembering now to actually mark my targets, which was something I hadn't been doing. And in the meantime, we shall go and deal with these spiders. Oops, if we can get back into the entrance. Oh, hello, spider. Yeah, these are non-aggro at the moment. Later on, if we're in the man instance, I believe they do become aggro. At least some of them. I think the ambushers become aggro, if I remember from the other series that I've been doing. And these are to a penny, as we used to say. So we will get them on the way out. I think we have to go all the way down this path to see what happens down here. Through the webs that aren't sticking us. And yes, here we are down here. The Blackwold Scout has met a sticky end, as it were. Sorry for the pun. We'll do the impressive flourish because it is kind of impressive. It deals a decent amount of damage. And of course I didn't wait to clear my gambit, which is, well, no harm done apparently. Okay, so we are there. So we shall see you back. We shall take care of some marsh flies, and we shall see you back at the Hunter's Lodge momentarily. And here we are with Mr. Marshfly, and nice and easy taking that in. We shall go speak to John Brackenbrook. Well, actually, you know what we won't. We will go and take care of the other named mob here. And this is our first real test that perhaps we might regret. Way too far away. She is still a couple of levels above us, and as you can see, she's a little tougher than anything we've faced so far. Hopefully with a bit of impressive flourish and defensive strike, she won't prove too much of a problem, and indeed that seems to be the case. There we go. Now, I believe if we go back again to Mr. Marshfly, because we have now, oops, if I hit the right button, a new quest, and this again is restored for these servers, and that's the Lady of the Flies, which is lovely if you know your literature and know the Lord of the Flies there. So the markings on this Marshfly Queen are unlike anything you have heard before. Surely someone at the Hunter's Lodge would care to see it. And indeed, Mr. Marshfly does.
Greetings.
Oh, well, yes. Well done, Ffion. This is a most peculiar find. Alright, so we'll just get another little bit of XP for doing that. And now I think we can... And if you remember, if you've played the regular game, you know that at this point, this guy gives, one of these guys gives a quest where you go lie down and you get a dream where Galadriel visits visits you in your mirror.
Dead end will surely work in our favor.
And yeah, it's not here because obviously the foreshadowing takes you well beyond the story of Angmar right now. So, as we have accepted the this quest, I think we shall call that an episode here. Um, I think we'll do the next one. Let's go through the final part of the thing and go then visit the first part of the Shire and do a few of those quests and see how far we can get. Okay, until that point, this has been Hiraeth 23 and with Ffion, the Hobbit Warden. And we just want to say thank you very much for watching. If you liked it, please consider hitting that like button. If you'd like to know when the next installment of the Legendary Adventures are, please consider subscribing. It really helps the channel, and it really helps everyone know all about this series. Again, until the next time, have a wonderful, safe, and prosperous time in and out of Middle-earth. Take care.